fun. Right, we'll start.
Okay, here we go.
Yep, gain is up at what we had last time. Alright, we're starting now. This is episode 2. We have a name now.
We're visitor parking.
Visitor parking. Because we robbed... No, did we rob? No.
Nah.
We acquired legally
a sign from our university that points in the direction of visitor parking. It was laying out in the grass and I went and picked it up and I said, hey look, I'm holding this sign, this is where I fall in the mud. And when I said I would land on my arse in the mud, that's when I landed on my arse in the mud and ruined my jeans. My jeans are actually still crusty in the in the pile of laundry there.
Crusty from mud or something else. Hey, jeez.
I cannot comment on such an allegation.
Yeah, so this is episode 2. We're still Sean and Jake.
Yeah, I'm Jake, that's Sean.
Yeah, so anyone that's listened to the first one knows.
Yeah, actually we don't know if anyone has listened to the first one.
Well, no one has yet, because we're recording this now. It's been more than a week since we done the first one.
Yeah.
But we haven't uploaded the first one yet. We're in the process of doing it right now.
Yeah, it's on my laptop. We keep looking back at it.
Oh yeah.
It's 98% processed and then we're sticking it up on YouTube. Okay. So we have no feedback from the last one. So we don't know if it's good. Could be shite, but we'll just make all our mates listen to it anyway.
Yeah, I've listened to it about 50 times. It's still hilarious to me.
Perfect. That's all you need. I haven't listened to it even once because I can't listen to my own voice recorded. So
I don't know. It's kind of pretty.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll let the listeners decide.
Yeah, no one likes their own voice. I don't know. I just kept listening to it because I had it on my phone and I was kind of bored of my music. So I was like, I'm fed up and listening to like the game. So like, I'll just listen to me. I'm way better.
You self-centered prick.
Absolutely, yeah. So self-centered in fact that when we upload the first one, we're uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah.
As you know, because if you're listening to this, you found it.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Oh, it binged.
It just means it's done.
Our video file is ready. Lovely. But so we just put a picture up, and
yeah, you're just looking. If you've seen the first one, you just had to look at Clooney's face for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, so that's me, and that picture was taken 2 days ago when we first tried to record episode 2.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
That went terribly, but we still have the record. It's the file. It's half an hour long.
It's off.
It's terrible.
But that's actually the day we stole that sign, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was minutes after we stole the sign.
I was still caked in mud.
He's still covered in mud.
A bit sore as well.
I had just stayed up all night watching the Super Bowl, so I was going through stages of hyper from overtiredness and just almost dead. That picture that's taken from the last episode is me lying on the bed about to fall asleep.
Yeah. He was actually staring off in space and I took the picture. He didn't notice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It looks incredibly well posed, but I was actually just about to die.
And I strategically positioned visitor parking pointing at my bed. Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what that's for, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, so that recording is, I still have that. We'll keep that in case like we get super famous eventually.
You mean when?
When?
Yeah.
Touch wood.
We're the biggest podcasters on planet Earth, man.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, we just need more content. One of us will die soon.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be like Jeff Buckley. Like finding like an old Jeff Buckley song, and it's kind of shit, kind of skagged, but you love him so much, you just listen to it anyway.
We just make 10 podcasts and both of us die in a freak podcasting accent.
Just sitting there playing straight to the window like, no.
Magically, only 2 people were killed in a massive plane crash landed in a residential building. They were recording a podcast. The whole thing, plane crash and all, is recorded. Their dying screams.
Oh, that would get us famous.
It absolutely would.
And then everyone would be like, oh, local podcasters died. And then they'd be like, oh, how did we get to our old podcast? They'll listen to that first 10 and be like, man, those fellas were on to something. And then someone will eventually find my phone and be like, oh, what's this? And they'll have all our little test files. Because we do a test at the start of every episode.
Oh, yeah.
To start the gains and stuff. So
people would love that shit.
So we have episode 1's test, the failed episode 2 test.
Failed episode 2 entirely, like.
Yeah, and the whole fail episode 2, and we have 2 episode 3. This is the real episode 2. Yeah. So we have 2 real episode 2 tests. That's a lot of like background. Like,
that was a really thorough test we just did, actually.
That one went really.
Like, I don't know if anyone's gonna hear it, but we were slamming doors and knocking, and we were at different parts of the room. We altered the game. We were like boobs from like just across the room and stuff.
It was class. Yeah,
sounded pretty good.
We had to do that outside because Jake's roommates are drinking in like one room away.
Yeah, the door and the walls and stuff are well insulated, like they're thick concrete walls or whatever, but you still might hear the odd like banter in the distance.
Yeah, I've found a scratchy throat now, so apologise for my coughing.
You're coughing.
Yeah, apologise for my coughing. Yeah, no. It's so bedazzled. It's like, was it Liberace had like? He had like a crazy.
No idea. How would I know what Liberace's coughing?
You're kind of gay, man. I told you we did a bit of Liberace.
Go on. What was it? Was it like diamond?
I think it was like diamond encrusted and fucking see-through and luminous all at the same time. It
buried with his flashlight and all. Like.
Yeah, it was literally the Liberace of Liberace things. Like,
fair.
In fairness, if you live your life that way, you gotta go out that way.
Oh yeah, man.
Like I remember, I'm
gonna go out alt as fuck. I'm gonna be buried in a massive seed and with an acorn on top.
Oh, that's exactly how you would be.
Grow an oak tree.
Yeah. But like, I remember. I always kind of flamboyant a bit for like, so like I used to live in a smaller city, and like, and all my mates,
bit of a flamer.
Yeah, bit of a flamer. They would all wear tracksuits. I'd be wearing like shirt and jeans and shit, like play football in the street.
Yeah,
just a bit different.
Your hair is currently orange, man.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But I remember
follow up from 1.5.
Yeah, anyone that kept going. But yeah, so I was always like a bit different. I remember I came to my Debs. It's called the prom of America, the debutante's ball or whatever. That's what it's called. Stands for.
Debutante, yeah.
But at my Debs, I wore like, everyone was like, "Oh, what are you gonna wear?" Because lads were getting like weird shit, and I was like, a black suit and white shirt. And people were like,
"Gonna bring a pretty lady. Just enjoy my night."
She's a dime piece.
She's gonna hear this, man.
I hope she does. She's a pretty.
What's her name?
Not to give her a name, come on, man.
Yeah, fair.
It's a very slim
I have seen her though. Very, very attractive woman.
It'd be a very slim chance you'd see this. Imagine that. If there's nothing but compliments for her.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have no idea what she's like, but she's a pretty woman.
Yeah, let's move on from this.
I mean, I could keep going for hours here, man. If you want.
Yeah, well, content I told you about, that's not happening, man.
I just continually find fucking synonyms for the word pretty.
Synonym, look at Mr. 3 syllables over here. Right.
They don't have more than 2 down in Waterford.
Not
despite the name.
You were just water.
Water? Where are you from? Fuck.
Water. Yeah, anyone
we both just laughed for full 2 seconds at our own joke. The content is 2 seconds of pure laugh content on this.
We're getting so worried about what the listeners are hearing because when I listen back to that failed episode 2, it is absolute dirt. It's so bad. There's like times where because what went wrong was,
we didn't even say it yet.
Yeah, so we had arranged to do this at the same time every week. So we came to Jake's house, we sit in the same place. We set the room up the same way, sit in the chairs, we make 2 things of coffee, get some biscuits out, 2 jars of water, because Jake drinks out of jars.
Jars of water.
He's old. But so we set it up this way every time. Could you slurp any louder? But so we sit at a desk, right next to the desk is Jake's bed. And as always, Jake's bed was full of women that day. So there was me and Jake at this table. And mine and Jake's two friends, 2 women, were sitting on the bed. So we had way too many people to do the podcast because they were just happened to be around at that time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't exactly planned or anything. But
yeah, like we might eventually have guests. Like we currently don't, but you know, we'll probably organise a bit better.
But as I was saying, like last week, we should do guests, but we should do 4 or 5, I think, on our own. So like anyone that like wants to listen to this podcast,
like, Jerry needs to know who we are before we start bringing in mates and stuff.
Yeah, like he needs to be so emotionally invested in our lives that when we bring a guest in and we're chatting shit with them, that he's like, "Oh, I'll stick around even if it's cack."
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So like,
I was just about to say Jerry is our one listener, but he's the one listening, so he fully knows he's the only listener.
Yeah, if we ever miraculously get a second listener, then they're gonna be like, "Oh, I feel so left out."
Now you go on a YouTube video, it'll say 1 view
every week. 1 view.
1 view.
We just check it, like 1 view and 1 comment. Hey guys, Jerry.
Thanks again for the shout out, Jerry. XO.
See, we're gonna have to make this like a regular feature, giving a big shout out to Jerry. What
we got some fan mail today. It's from Jerry.
It's from an unknown source. I thought, it's Jerry again. not that we're not appreciative, Jerry. Thanks.
Yeah, Jerry, you're really sound.
Yeah, keep going.
Appreciate the feedback. So,
what else? Oh, we better do a shout out to our sponsors.
Oh, yes. We have sponsors this week, guys.
Yeah.
No listeners. Other than Jerry, but one sponsor.
We're rocking one sponsor and one listener.
So if you want to avail of this offer, you want to go to voicerecordpro.com/Jerry, and they'll know that we sent you then, Jerry. So you head over there, and our good friends there at VRP will hook you up.
VRP, the greatest of voice record apps on the market.
Yeah, Clooney is their number one fan.
Yeah, like I think that we checked, there was 27 reviews of the latest update. I am 28 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just realised, please.
Worst joke ever.
That was awful.
No, I loved it. Oh yeah, let's go back and talk about my hair.
Oh yeah, okay.
Not to be totally self-involved.
For anyone that actually bothered to listen to both parts of our previous episode, we cut it halfway in the middle, and the second half of it was us dyeing Clooney's hair blonde. But if you listen, you know we got a root touch-up instead of one actual full head of hair dye kit. So it kind of turned out a little ginger. Took a few photos. Might put them up somewhere.
Yeah.
If not, just imagine it's crappy and not really dyed.
Yeah, so we went from very dark brown to dark brown. And in the light, that dark brown turned to complete ginger. But only like when the light shone out.
Yeah, you know, from behind.
Yeah.
From behind that kind of thing. So in the meantime, Cloons got his hair done properly. And you can actually see that if you look at episode 1, the picture of it is him with his mad dyed hair. That's not how it looked after episode 1.5.
Yeah, so we'll put a picture up eventually. We'll do it we'll have it up next to it where it's only slightly coloured. But what happened was I was just walking home with my friend one day, and we were going back to her house just to chill, doing nothing.
And we thought, let's fix my hair.
Yeah, we stopped to buy sweets in the shop called Deals. It's like
Deals.
It's like everything is in there is super cheap and kind of super poor quality, but they have everything. So it's like.
In America, they have a thing called the dollar store.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Imagine, like...
Yeah, of course you would know that.
But it's like crappy stuff, or like some name brand stuff, but it's all for just €1 or €2. Yeah. And then you can buy hair acid there, which is what you did.
So we went in and we were looking around, we were kind of giddy, and it was like blonde dye, and she was like, oh, well, do you want me to fix your hair? And I was like, yeah, go on, fuck it. You just always say, yeah, why not? But it was like a massive spur of the moment idea. So we went back to our house, opened up the packet, and it was bought for €1.50. That root touch-up we bought was like €7.
Yeah, £7.
Yeah.
Man, so I did nothing. This thing was
€1.50. So we were like, oh, it's not going to work. It'd be funny because I was like, I don't care. I have to dye it back anyway because even slightly fucked up, it's still fucked up. So I have to fix it. Like.
See, I have a theory, right? Cloons has dyed his hair now twice, and then he wants to almost immediately dye it back. I have a feeling that Cloons is actually hiding from me and the world his grey hairs that he's recently found, and he's trying to dye them black, but he can't dye them black just straight out. He wants to make a thing out of it so no one questions it. So he's going blonde and then going back.
That's a good idea. I actually didn't think of that because it did find some greys, and it is coming. But that's a very elaborate way.
Do you know what age your father turned grey?
Like 19, something like that.
Fuck.
All my whole family, they all go grey and bald from the front. I've already started balding.
But you're
very.
You're 21.
Yeah.
And he was 19, so you outlasted him somehow.
Yeah, I've outlasted him.
Because maybe it was all that dyeing you did as a kid of your hair.
Yeah, I dyed my hair a lot as a kid. But
my dad went grey at 24. And I'm 22, which is worrying because that 24 is fast approaching.
Very fast.
But I don't know how bad grey would really be.
Well, like when I dyed this, I was like, because I remember when I used to dye it as a kid, you dye it blonde, then you dye a colour over that.
Yeah,
that's how it goes. So I was like, I'll dye it blonde, then I'll like lighten it up and dye it grey because grey hair looks cool as shit.
Yeah, but you have to go full grey when you're 22 years old and you start going patchy grey as you head on to full grey. You just are kind of like an old man.
Yeah, but if it comes,
I can't even grow facial hair.
Yeah.
Imagine I started going grey. That would be such a bummer.
I showed you my picture on my screensaver on my phone. It's me and my little sister. I'm 13, she's 1, and I have a pretty solid mustache.
You have about as much as I have, and you were 13.
13. I showed Lena that earlier, and she was like, "Man, you're so sexy." I was like, "I know." That didn't really happen.
No, she did not say that, man.
But
you are so sexy.
Was that an attempt at a Moldova accent there?
Do you hear what you want to hear when people talk?
All the time. I actually don't really pay attention to anyone because the world in my head is so much better that like you know what happens with you. I've said it to you loads of times. You're talking and I'm kind of like zoning out and like you're like, nah, I wasn't really listening. It's because something way funner that's going on in my head.
Was it like a monkey with a symbol?
Oh, I am actually Homer Simpson in my head. And sometimes there's just nothing going on. But Joe's like the Matrix. Joe, that scene where they load up all the guns into like the load file.
Yeah.
It's like that, and you're just like, there's nothing happening. It's just blank, and I can just stare at the blankness and nothing happens, and I can just do that for ages, just zone out completely. Like, do you know the way people say, "Oh, you can't switch your brain off"? Yes, I can.
That is straight out of Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No. I've seen.
What's the older brother's name?
The oldest one's Francis.
No, the oldest one who still lives with them.
Reese.
For most of it. Reese. He's like, yeah, I can turn my brain off. And then he stares blankly, and then Malcolm's like, Reese starts hitting him, and then he's like, whoa, how long was I out for?
Yeah, I can
that is you absolutely zoned out.
Yeah,
surely that just means surely you'd be able to concentrate loads if you can just focus like that and zen your mind. But you're the worst at focusing ever.
Yeah, I'm worse at getting into the
like Clooney is full ADD. Like the last podcast ended with him standing up, pacing up and down the room. We were there for 40 minutes. He couldn't sit still and chat for 40 minutes.
I was freaking out in class today. I was jumping with my legs, and Ken was like, "Man, just stop it. You're just gonna be annoying." I was like, "Sorry, didn't even notice." I was kind of jumping around.
This morning, me and Hando sit. Like other people come into the other lectures and stuff. And me and Hando are in there at 9 a.m. and we have 4 straight hours. We're there till 1 p.m. You would absolutely explode in that time.
You have 4 lectures in a row.
4 lectures in a row.
I haven't been to a lecture since Wednesday last week.
Yeah, Clooney's actually really bad at college.
Just this year, I'm flat. I'm really after giving up. Kind of.
Get your head back in the game, man. We got 3 months.
I know, yeah.
Did we talk about our degrees now?
Yeah, we mentioned it the last time. Then we were like, no, we just can't talk about it now.
Yeah, we won't mention it in detail, but as long as everyone knows that, like, where we stand, you know.
Yeah, like we're alright.
We're alright.
But yeah, I need to get back into it. I just kind of like lost all motivation. I'm in that like 4th year slump.
Yeah, man. We're 3.5 years into this degree, and we've been fucking battling at it for 2 of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's been tough for 2 of those. So it's just so much effort when they can definitely hear that banter. But it's tough. It's tough when you don't see it as a job coming up. Yeah. You're just like, I'm just doing physics. Because today I was doing fucking quantum field theory.
Nerd.
But that doesn't apply to real life in any way.
No, not at all.
So I'm sitting there not thinking like, oh, this will be really good. I'll use all this when I move to London with Clooney later. Nope. I was just fucking zoning out, like fucking thinking about shit I actually wanted to do. See, you have to fucking put in the effort. It's real a struggle. Like,
do you notice everyone's applying for masters like or looking at masters the last couple of weeks? How everyone is. We're like the only people not doing masters.
I'm really happy I'm not doing masters.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm after hitting this slump now, and my head is gone. I cannot do any more college now, and we have 4 months left. I'm gonna just stick it out for those 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine doing those 4 months and then just being off for 2 months and back to doing another year or 2? Like the one saying we're doing this 2-year masters.
2-year masters.
2 years.
That would really fuck me off. Oh man, I'd be so bad.
If you think about that, it's 2.5 years from now. If you go back the other way, it's the end of first year.
2.5 years more to...
Yeah, so you are now halfway between first year and end.
Fuck that.
Absolutely fuck
that.
Man, I need some cash money. I got paid today. Not nearly.
I don't even care about the cash money. I care about not having to learn physics anymore. Getting to go out, do what I want to do. If I want to read physics, it's grand. I can pick up 5-minute lectures and learn some physics. Being forced to learn it absolutely does my nut in. And I want to go and do fun shit on spontaneously. Just go and fucking do fun shit that I want to do.
Mine was all about money for me. And like,
well, you need money to do fun shit.
Yeah, but that's
like, I don't want to sit around just with a pile of money.
Oh no, like that's it's the fact that we can sit here now, and I can't do stuff that I want to do, and
yes.
I'm sitting here and I feel like restricted. I can't do stuff that I want to do. Like I have a couple of stuff coming up now in the next couple of weeks, and I had a budget of a certain amount of money for it, and I was expecting if I got the wages I was expecting, I was expecting that to be a little bit less than what I needed. And now I got considerably less money. I got paid today than that. So now I'm even farther off. And I'm like, fuck's sake, just give me I'm sick of it. Yeah. And I just can't do that for another 2.5 years. No way. Like,
like people do that on a master's. You're not earning money. And
see,
stuff.
lads doing PhDs, 27, 16 grand a year, 27.
That is just not on.
If for me to do a PhD and live up to that, that means I have 2 years to 3 years of actual earning after that before I die.
I mean, some people doing PhDs, it's great, right? You're thinking like they're contributing and stuff. But I'd say 90% of PhDs are pointless. They're so pointless. Think about how specific knowledge gets at that point. But my uncle, no, not my uncle. My cousin is doing he was doing a PhD in Australia in marine biology, and he's like, he loved it. He really enjoyed what he's doing. He's over in Australia working with a lot of marine biologists, and his PhD was something really specific about a really specific turtle and how it reproduces. Think about it.
I'm watching turtles riding all day.
That's it.
How weird would your sex be after that? Because you probably associate. No, but think about it. You're watching sex, or do you remember the way they say, like, when young kids.
I don't think he's.
in my head, his whole PhD was 7 years of him staring at the one turtle, fucking the one other turtle. And you watch the turtle's fucking shoes. It's the funniest thing ever. They're like, I was like, that's exactly it. They're just like, they get over the shoe and like.
So you're saying that after 4 years of watching this turtle bang this other turtle, that he by accident during sex just goes and then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, oh fuck, I just turtled. Crap.
No, but you ever see one of those like shows they have about like, oh, is porn ruining kids and stuff? So like a 12-year-old can get on there and watch some like hardcore massive black cock fuck someone up,
bukkake,
the rottenness and shit,
fuck kids up, yeah.
And you're like,
not fucking kids. Don't fuck kids.
No,
never mind.
Yeah, keep that in the man. But like they say that it's like messing with kids' heads. So like, let's say you're 12, you're seeing that. You've watched it. You hit like 14 and 15 when you're gonna start riding. You're like, you've had like 2-3 years of seeing some weird shit, and you're like, your awkward first sex. You're just like, barely missionary, getting the tip in and like jizzing everywhere, like. This like 14-year-old fella that's going to go riding for the first time is going to be like, oh, bend over, give me doggy style, kind of shit, and you're like, you imagine the poor young one, because they say women don't watch like the same amount of crazy porn at like 12 that men do. So she's there expecting like this little tip of a dick, and this fella's trying to bend her over upside down, hanging on a fucking swing and shit like that. Like they're saying that.
So the point of your story here is you're heading towards my cousin, fucking like a turtle. Based on these weird ideas you have with 12-year-olds.
No, I've seen programs on this where it's like, so 12-year-old watches porn for like 3 years and then that's what it gets into their head. That's what sex is like. So your uncle or cousin or whoever it is they are staring at this turtle porn for 4 years. All 8 hours a day. He's just watching this one turtle fuck this one shoe for 8 hours a day. And then he's there. He gets home to your auntie slash cousin-in-law. And then he's like, yeah, getting it down.
He's gay, actually.
He's uncle and cousin-in-law then.
He's my cousin, so it'd be...
Cousin-in-law, his lack would be.
Cousin-in-law?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, get back to
that asshole your cousin was fucking. So he's there giving your man absolute socks, and he just goes, and he's like,
no, he's not.
He does the little turtle thing.
No, okay, the difference is he is not 12 when he started his PhD research watching turtles fuck. He was 25 or whatever.
Yeah, but isn't it, so you're saying that it's not the like 3 years of porn, it's that's the first 3 years of porn.
They're very, very developmental years, 12 to 15. 25 to 27 is not even nearly as developmental as 12 to 14.
I still think if you do something like for so long,
like if you saw, right, so the weirdest porn you ever saw, even if you saw it by accident, right? Yeah. So you get, someone links you bestiality or something awful. If you saw that now, you'd be like, oh, that was fucking, don't ever see that again. And if you saw that at 10, that would fuck you up. Traumatize you.
True. But
because you're very dainty at that way, your mind isn't developed.
But as you said, you see like some bestiality, like, oh, that's weird. You sit and watch bestiality 8 hours a day for 4 years. It's literally burnt into your head. Like, have you ever been fucking and like you're just riding away and then something weird pops into your head? Because like this shit ain't popping into your head the whole time. I don't know, that's me anyway. Like you're not in the zone where it's just me, you and this woman. You're in this little glass box of emotion. Get fucked. There's loads of stuff going on in your head. There's all this crazy shit flying in there. And then it's like, oh, if you're getting to the point of like of coming, it's like, oh, try and not think of coming, think about anything else. Oh, turtle sex. Oh, jizz everywhere. Like that kind of stuff happens the whole time.
Okay.
But I can't remember my point now. I got distracted.
You got so into this riding thing.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? What were we talking about?
I just like to take this moment now that it's died down for a second. I'd like to point out that my cousin, did not do a PhD on watching turtles ride. He actually helped them give birth, I think. They were pregnant already. And he's used that research to go on to help actual humans with reproductive problems and with pregnancy issues and stuff. I'm pretty sure he helps them out.
Take all the fun out of it.
So he was not actually watching a turtle fucking shoe. Now back to your point.
I can't remember what my point was, but I got too distracted with the turtle thing.
You literally went like, oh yeah, fucking riding, and you know when thoughts come in, and then you're just trying not to, and then
oh yeah, what I mean is all that stuff's coming into your head. There's no way that if you watch turtles ride for 8 hours a day, then that turtle jizzing is not coming into your head. And that's going to affect the way you fuck that lad's asshole. Not you, your uncle cousin. But, which one is that? Hang on. Is it your uncle or
your uncle cousin?
Yeah, right, so uncle cousin is there. But, like, there's no way it's not going to affect, it's not going to pop into your head. It's definitely going to happen, and that's weird. Alright, we have to get off this turtle fucking.
Yeah, we do. We've been on for like a solid 5 minutes now.
Right, what else you guys talk?
I had another thing I need to. Oh! I've won loads of money recently.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did, right? And I mentioned this to my brother.
Oh, hang on, before you start the story, because you didn't listen back to last week's, I listened back to last week a lot, and we talk about money on it so much. We talk about money a lot on it, and I'm like, oh, we look like dickheads. No, it's me actually.
But I don't think we don't have much money.
But that's probably why it's.
And we have money issues as students. Like, we don't have much money, and so obviously we're going to be thinking about it. If we're still chatting shit about money when we have lots of money. Then we're dickheads, Then we're dickheads. I think for now, when like we're scrounging money to get a pack of coke noodle, that's grand.
Yeah.
But speaking of scrounging, I will not have to be scrounging for the next while because I don't know what I did, right? But I won like 400 quid in the last 3 days or something. And I said this to my brother, and I was like, I don't know what I did, but I suddenly am winning all these they're both competitions. I won a couple of competitions, and I said to my brother, and he was like, did you like look out? What did you do? Did you fix a mirror? Right? And then I was like, actually, man, I think I broke a mirror a little while ago. And he was like, oh, and it was opposite day a little while ago, right? So just ballparking both of those incidents, presumably I broke a mirror on opposite day, which is the
7 years of good luck.
7 years of good luck.
Amazing.
So I'm absolutely set for the rest of the 7 years, like.
That could be unreal. Oh, because I entered that like Jake won a competition for a newspaper in Ireland, and they give you €250 if you answer an easy question, and you write 15 words about why you deserve the money. So I've entered it every day since because I am so broke and need €250 so much, and all my fucking things are never funny.
They're never funny. My one, I'm pretty sure the one I put when I won, it says, it's like finish this as like a tiebreaker or something, and it says I deserve €250 because, and I wrote I deserve €250 because my collection of ramen noodle is not free or something. Like it was something about being cheap and in college or something. Oh, your dad just ruined our recording.
Yeah.
He's gonna call straight back.
He's gonna call straight back.
Will we take a quick break here?
Yeah, pause this and I ring this man back.
Much apologies about that. Clooney's father now knows that he's alive.
Yeah, see, like, we record this on my phone on Voice Record Pro. But
the best app on the iPhone to date. Voice Record Pro.
Second plug. But when
please send us money, Voice Record Pro.
But he just rang me there, and I didn't answer it. So he may ring back, and we might have to do this again. But I texted him and was like, "Don't ring me back. I'm recording a podcast."
Yeah, I hope that noise was like ridiculously loud and painful if you were listening with earphones.
Yeah, I wonder can you hear the phone call?
Probably.
I wonder if I had to answer. Oh no, because we paused it.
If you'd have answered it, maybe you're.
That would have been weird, wouldn't it? It's like me recording it.
Well, pops, how you getting
what's
on?
crack?
What's the crack?
But yeah, let's get back to what we were talking about. Which is...
Oh, we were talking about me winning money.
Yeah, go on.
Well, it's not really specific about the money, it's just clearly I've done something. Well, I was like sucking off a wizard or something.
When you said, I don't know what I did, I was like, he sucked off the devil, didn't he?
I sucked off the devil. I did. I was absolutely dirt poor, and I in
So
2
broke,
days won 400 quid.
That's so cool.
How does that happen? Like,
So you got paid considerably more in the last 2 days.
I figured out as well. I was paid more quickly. It's the fastest I've ever earned money. Because I worked in 2 days. I earned €400. That's 200 quid a day. That's tons of money.
That's insane,
like in the best job I've ever had. I earned like 120 quid a day, maybe.
100 quid a day is the most I think I've ever earned. Oh no, I earned 120, 10 hour an hour on 12 hour a day.
Yeah.
That's insane. But like, I got paid.
But I wonder what I should do with my luck. Like, I'm
stop
clearly
buying lotto tickets and licking prostitutes and stuff.
What about that second one there? What am I doing to the prostitutes?
Oh, speaking of prostitutes, actually no, we'll answer that in a minute.
Hold the prostitute on.
Yeah, if you're about to sign out, that's something that's got a hook. I just want to keep them because in a few minutes
they're 30 minutes in. They're about to drop out, man.
Yeah, they're like, no. There's
And
some prostitute banter coming.
They went through the phone call awkward pause after your father's gone, and they're about to drop out now.
Yeah, and then they're like, whoa, is an anecdote about a prostitute coming in a minute. But I can't remember.
Is there?
Yeah,
Do you have a prostitute anecdote?
Oh, I do. It only happened to me the other day. It's
We'll stop bigging up your anecdote. Just go
It's
on.
actually terrible. It's such a bad anecdote. Hang on, let them be the judges of that. But you earned more in those 2 days than I did for the month of work that I got paid for last.
Wow.
Considerably more.
Wow.
My heart is broke.
Did you do any work? Like,
Yeah, on like 5 days work. I got paid so little. I was because they didn't tell me exactly how much I was getting paid, but I work it out because it's like a chart, and I was like, I should be getting paid about this much. Absolutely did not get paid.
Overestimate it in every case.
I overestimated because it was like.
So are you eating ramen noodles and baked beans for the next month?
Oh no, I'm still getting a tattoo straight away and spending all my money on it the first day, and then they're not eating at all. But fuck that, like, because I got paid considerably less, I could have, like, slightly below average fun for 30 days. Or I could have 3 days of great fun and then be just really broke. That's way funner. Because after those 3 days, I'll have gone to the darts, I'll have gone down to my mate's 21st, and have a tattoo and a neck piercing, laughing. But, like, eating, absolutely.
You sound like a conservative parent's worst nightmare.
I absolutely am.
You're like a little gay, you want a neck tattoo, or you want a neck piercing, some tattoos, you go and watch darts and get sloshed.
Yeah.
Man, imagine you were like a Bush or a fucking Romney.
Yeah.
They'd hate you. Absolutely hate you, man.
But I think I'm relatively. I think I'm relatively responsible. On that note, let's get to my prostitute anecdote.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing. Speaking of a parent's nightmare, I had to go for an STI test yesterday.
Ah, lovely. Did you meet a prostitute? Oh my god, unreal.
Right.
So I heard this was happening, and it took all goddamn day for Clooney to get this.
Oh my god, it took so long. I had budgeted like an hour because I'm doing a group lab project with another guy who was really kind of nerdy, and like it's the kind of guy I guarantee has never had an STI test before.
Mm-hmm.
That's speculation. Fella could be dropping dick everywhere. I don't know. I doubt. He's not, is he?
I don't think so.
No, but
rip virginity.
Don't be giving names.
Shit, I gave his full name. They can find that, man.
We'll bleep that.
We'll try and bleep it. None of us know how to bleep anything.
We're terrible at this editing stuff. I didn't know what a gain was a minute ago. No, right, back to this. So I haven't been in it like all week. So he's doing this project on his own. He's freaking out, and I'm meant to do a big chunk of it, and I just haven't been doing it. But I've been telling him that I've been doing it. So, yeah,
that's gonna catch up with you fast.
I'll push it off. It'll be grand. But so he was freaking out, and he was like trying to find me. I was like, oh, I have to go to hospital today because I sent like Snapchats of me in a hospital because the STI clinic was in the back of a hospital. So I went. I went in, and me and one of my friends went, and we were doing a thing, filled out all the forms and stuff like that because you're meant to go at 8:30 in the morning, get a ticket, and they'll give you a time on the ticket to come back at like 2 o'clock and get the test. We didn't go at 8:30.
Obviously.
So we just went at like 1 o'clock and we're like, oh, can we do it anyway? And they were like, yeah, alright. So we went through, we done all these tests. But you go through like the reception and all that, and then they do a full test for each thing. But because we were late.
How many do they test for? Everything?
They test
all
for.
the big ones?
Yeah, all the main ones.
All
but they do urine one and blood one for different things. Blood one is like AIDS, HIV, syphilis. Urine one's like gonorrhea, chlamydia, stuff like that. And so they're meant to do like individual testing for this if you do it properly. But we came late to do a fast test thing.
Sure.
So they go and you just piss in this jar, they take your blood, and they'll do the quick test for you, in and out, no messing kind of thing. So we were like, yeah, good, because we're in a rush. Let's get back and help this guy with this fucking solar tracker project kind of thing. So we went in, done the fill out all the forms, and they're like, right, go down to the waiting room. Walking down, you pass it, and it's a Scotty hospital. Like, it's an STI clinic. And I was like, you know, you're expecting to see some weird people there. It's nothing but junkies. Some people girls that looked very prostitute-y.
Likely prostitute.
Very likely prostitute. One girl I did was 100% a prostitute. Fair play to her.
How do you know that?
100% speculated a prostitute.
What gave you the impression of prostitute?
Nah, you just know. If she's not a prostitute, she like. You can just look at someone and you're like, the clothes she's wearing, she kind of looks kind of rough.
She's in an STI clinic.
She's in an STI clinic. Like, it's a lot of speculation there, but if I was to pick one person in that room, it's a prostitute, a stacker.
Okay. So it's likely there is at least one in the STI clinic.
Maybe, but the fucking place is packed. Oh, as well, because we went down and sat in this waiting room. My friend's like lying on my lap because we're there for ages. We expect to be a few minutes. There's like a little telly in the corner with a cooking show on. We're in this waiting room. She's lying on my lap. We're just kind of sitting there chilling, reading pamphlets about chlamydia and shit like that. Like,
getting scared as balls about.
Yeah,
you have chlamydia.
Getting pretty scared. But 2 rows behind me, like a 40-year-old couple having a fight.
Oh,
and like rough. She was eating him, and he's there like you can see that they're having a massive row. He's clearly after cheating on her, and she is giving out stink to get him to get an STI test. What a bad place to have an argument. STI clinic waiting room. Your relationship ain't going well.
No,
it's not a high point in your life there.
No.
But back to the prostitute thing. Right? So we're there. We're in this clinic. It's taking forever. Well, I'm like falling asleep. I tried to do college work in the waiting room. You're there like. Because I teach a lot of physics labs, so I'm in this STI waiting clinic, prostitute next to me, couple having a row behind me, and I'm trying to grade papers, and I'm like, I stand out here. I'm here with yellow hair, girl asleep on my lap, trying to grade papers in this STI clinic. Weird moment, watching a cooking show.
Yeah.
We're like reading these pamphlets about STI. Oh, it's so funny. But, we're sitting there, and I read one of these pamphlets, and it's all like, how to prevent STIs and stuff like that. One of them had, right? I never heard of this thing. I want to see if you've ever heard of it.
Okay.
I think it was how to prevent chlamydia. One of them. No, gonorrhea, because you can get it in your throat from sucking dick.
Mm-hmm.
And it had how to prevent a throat one. It's like only give blowjobs with a condom on, or if you're wearing a dental dam.
A what?
Dental dam.
Is it some sort of built-in mouth condom?
Yes. Have you ever heard of a dental dam
Never
before?
in my life.
So I'm there reading it, and I go...
Should I have?
I don't know, I go to my friend, like, what the fuck is a dental dam? And she's like, oh, it's like this thing prostitutes get. They just go and throw them in their mouth and suck some dick. And you're like, hang on. How have I never heard of this thing?
I'm picturing all sorts of weird yokes here. As in, like, is it like a gum shield?
I picture the gum shield.
Is it like a... Is it like a condom, but like you just wrap it around your teeth and then the dick?
Yeah, it's so weird. Dental dam.
Is it similarly effective for performing cunnilingus?
I don't know. That's weird. No, you can't like get a tongue. Just put a condom in your tongue. Like,
but then how do you? Surely, if you're gonna get disease, they'll get on the lips and stuff.
No, this was like specifically how do you get for your throat? Because like you can't get a pussy the whole way down your throat. You can get a dick down your throat though.
True.
That's
if you try it.
Massive clit and you're like in it.
Or if you're like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, you can literally eat. Come on. Let's keep this highbrow.
Good man.
My STI clinic.
Picturing you in an STI clinic, it's the furthest thing from highbrow.
I took so many funny Snapchats as well. I sent most of them to you, but like because of the circumstance, I couldn't send it to some people.
Oh yeah. Of course.
So I was like, I wasn't sending out mass ones. I was going to send it out to snaps to select groups of people.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was a weird day. But today I was sitting in class and got a phone call from a random number, and my heart exploded because you only get a call if it's positive.
Yeah.
You don't get a call if it's negative.
They're not calling every person in Ireland.
Yeah.
They're calling the people who have chlamydia and need a dental dam for their gonorrhea and shit.
Yeah. So my heart exploded. Nearly started crying in this lab. Ran out, and it was absolutely something irrelevant.
Sorry, I've got a really bad cough. I hope that's not too loud on the thing. But
I hope I didn't give to you. I'm kind of scratchy a bit.
Yeah, man, my throat's real sore. Was it the gonorrhea on your penis?
Possibly. I really hope I don't have an STI.
Now we're starting speculation. Jerry thinks we're sucking dicks. Each other's.
Man, he's not the only one.
Moving swiftly on. Oh, I heard this hilarious story about Donald Trump the other day.
I'm gonna need to take a biscuit.
He was at some. Yeah, we're quick. He was at some. He was at like a rally or something promoting himself, or maybe it was a debate, and someone in the crowd, completely off microphone. He's the only one with a mic. Someone off the mic goes, "Ted Cruz is a cunt," right? And any normal human would have been like, "All right, settle down, whatever." Donald Trump just goes, "For anyone that didn't hear, he said Ted Cruz is a cunt." Yeah, no, he said Ted Cruz is a cunt. So now there's a tagline of him being like, Ted Cruz is a cunt. But like, he clearly knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
just saying it. So like, it's the absolute equivalent of someone outside being like, "Hey, Jake and Clooney, fucking like Donald Trump eats elephant dicks," and we're like,
"You just said Donald Trump eats elephant dicks."
You can't hear it. It's like, what did you say? They just said, for all of you that didn't hear, it's the poor. I don't agree, but they said that Donald Trump eats elephant dicks. Just, oh man.
I love
to be
Donald
fair,
Trump.
Ted Cruz is a cunt.
They're all cunts. I'm so team Donald Trump.
No, you're not, though. I hope you're not.
I'm going to make some good reasons here.
Alright, let me hear that.
One, plan. I really couldn't give a dick what happens in America. Fuck them cunts. They have no effect on me.
That's a lie.
What's he going to do? What's he really going to do? Because President don't run that country. President of America does not run America. Some Jews in like a bank run America.
Obama has enforced some major changes.
I'm calling
it. I feel like, but see, it's the idea that Donald Trump could get elected if he was elected.
Yeah.
The idea that many people in America agree with his values is the downfall of America.
But in my head, they do.
But he won't win.
Man, he's gonna get the Republican nomination, which means
Ted Cruz beat him in the Iowa caucus.
Yeah, but did you see what happened with that? Ted Cruz came out and said, "Oh, that other candidate didn't vote. Vote for me against Trump." Trump won the one last night.
It was a bit flop.
Trump won the one last night.
He won't win the president's election, though.
He'll win the Republican candidate.
That's a big call.
100%.
Someone listening to this might know. As we mentioned at the end of 1.5, someone might know.
Well, what that date is today, 10th of February. As of the 10th of February, I'm giving 100% odds on it. Donald Trump versus Bernie Sanders election.
You're giving 2-1 odds or something?
I'm not giving any odds because I have no money. I'm stating that it's 100% fact that it's going to be Donald Trump against Bernie Sanders.
Can I play that back to you if he doesn't?
Absolutely. Man, we've had conversations before on like Facebook and stuff like that where I give Jake advice knowing that he's not going to take it and that it's going to come back and bite him in the ass. So I screenshotted the conversation, and in the conversation I say, I just screenshotted this. When this all blows up in your face, I'm going to show you these screenshots and laugh at you. So this can be the spoken word version of that. If this all goes
42 minutes, 59 seconds into this.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Because, like, halfway through the Ted Cruz versus Hillary Clinton presidential campaign, you can drop this and I'll be like, well, I look like quite a mug now.
There you are.
But it's not happening, 100% not happening. It's like...
I really hope it's Bernie.
But right, this is why I am Team Donald Trump when it comes to the Republican thing anyway. I think a lot like him at Bernie Sanders is a bit of a buzzer.
Stole some of your water there.
Yeah, go for it.
Bernie Sanders is great.
Like, I don't really know any. As I said, I don't really follow anything. I said it last week. I'm not very worldly, or I don't really give a shit. Mm-hmm. But the thing with Trump is that fella's having some ball. He is a buzzer. Like, he's just saying all this outrageous shit because, like, he has literally answers to no one. I like that. He's there. He's like he knows he's not going to build a big wall around Mexico. He knows he's not going to do any of this shit. He's like, all the stuff he's saying is like illegal and like it's not happening. They're going to change nothing. Like, even if he was to get elected, like, he'd get 100% Pope John Paul the First fucking Illuminati kill. Like,
do you think he'd be surprised if he won?
No. He is.
Do you think he actually fully wants it?
Yeah, he fully wants it and fully thinks he will win.
That's just... I can't even fathom that a man could be that stupid and think that he should build a massive wall.
No, he doesn't think that's true. That he can do that. He thinks he can win though.
I can't imagine him in the office.
Oh, I can. Absolutely.
It would be mayhem.
It wouldn't do. Nothing would happen. I guarantee my day-to-day life would not change 1 inch if he was the president, if Arnold Schwarzenegger was the president, if fucking Flipper the fucking dolphin was the president. It won't make it different because the same fella is going to run the country no matter what. Some lad that's like the head of fucking Goldman Sachs or some of that shit. It's not going to make any difference.
It's the Congress and the Senate and stuff. I'm pretty sure who runs stuff. Like, I know nothing. I'm talking to my arse.
I don't know.
It's not the president, sure.
Yeah, 100%. None of this makes any difference. So now you have to look at it as just entertainment.
To be fair, he gets vetoes and stuff, and he is a diplomat to the world. So Donald Trump's going to go to Russia and have to have a chat with Vladimir Putin.
Yeah,
all that stuff will happen. I feel like if he's elected, he'll be assassinated.
Possibly.
Because if he actually tries to pull mad shit, Muslims will blow him up. Like,
yeah,
but someone like some extremists, the Russians might do it, the fucking North Koreans might do it. Someone will want to kill him.
Yeah, but now listen to what I'm thinking.
Alright, go on.
He gets elected. He's just more airtime, and I think he's a buzzer. How funny would it be him over in the Kremlin shaking hands with Putin, going like giving it up, like thumbs up? That would be hilarious. Him trying to talk to some Chinese bloke and a thing. Him like
they'd be like, "Do you want to translate it?" Nah, I can wing it. Like.
Yeah, like,
I love China.
Like, how fun is that? And then you look at your man like fucking Jeb Bush going, "Yes, America." Fuck you, Jeb. You learned off piece of shit. Donald Trump is gonna not pay or anything. He's gonna be like, "Fucking kill the Mexicans," and then he'll be down hugging the Mexican lad the next day, fucking getting high fives off El Chapo and all this shit. He's a buzzer. I love it. Like, look how boring is Irish politics. Like,
It's pretty boring.
Only talking about it the other day. I was walking up to mate's house, and the Irish elections are coming up soon, so they have all these posters up everywhere. So if anyone don't know, the main Irish parties are Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. They're both the exact same, 100%.
Bit of Sinn Féin and Labour knocked them out.
Yeah, but they're the main two. But I was thinking like so there's, then you have the Labour, Sinn Féin, the Greens, and fucking all the Renew and all these other littler fucking parties. Yeah. But I was thinking, no matter what way this election goes, no matter who votes for what, no matter what happens,
nothing will change.
No, but never mind that.
Seriously.
No matter what way you vote, there could be 20 parties. Like, we vote 166, I think, TDs into the door. I think it's 166. Either Enda Kennedy and Micheál Martin are next Taoiseach.
Yeah, well,
there's no other permutation with her now.
To be fair, I know very little about Irish politics, but
there's there's never been an elected Irish government that wasn't run by either Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael. Fianna Fáil got in there on their own. Fine Gael got in with Labour every time. It's the only way this happened.
Ever. Wow.
Since the formation of those parties.
Madness.
Fine Gael have never had a majority on their own.
That's very boring.
So boring.
To be fair, how long have we actually been doing elections? Has it even been 100 years?
It's like 1921. That's when we got independence.
And that's when we started having elections and stuff. Would they start to actually? I don't know what you.
Well, yeah, there was a dawn in 21 because they had to vote on independence.
And how weird would it be starting off day one? It's like, so it's
new country.
Guess we vote and shit.
There must be some session that night.
Oh, that night is in.
Well, actually, no, because probably the first big vote was whether we form a country or not.
Oh man!
Yeah, that led to a civil war. Actually, that wasn't a good session at all. That was a couple of years civil war.
I think someone had a good session. Someone somewhere is like class.
Yeah, probably just a load of people were like, "Oh, the war's over. Let's go on the beer." And then they had the dole like a couple of weeks later, and then they're like, "The war's over if we give up half the country and swear allegiance to the Queen and all that." And then everyone has a massive fight, civil war and shit like that. But like, I was thinking, how shit is it? Like, no matter what we do, you have dickhead A or dickhead B, and both of those dickheads have plans, and that's plan A or plan A. So no matter what, like, so you have. Right, we have big mass all these problems. So like, what are the solutions? Well, you could vote for option A or you could vote for option A.
You are stuck. You cannot rally your country around option B because
the leader of option B has murdered people. Allegedly.
You could go for a Labour, though you don't want to.
Schoenberg.
You really don't want to go for it later.
We were just listening to a thing by the Rubber Bandits, who are an Irish comedy group.
Rubber Bandits.
Who are amazing.
They're so good.
The main fella is blind by boat race, and he done an election guide on the Anton Savage show.
Really good. Check it out.
So funny. Look it up.
Solid 11 minutes.
It's an 11-minute clip. It's hilarious. But in that, he's talking about Joan Burton, and like, you couldn't have her leading the country with her. She's just, her voice is too shit. She's so frail. She's like, what we want to do next? Shut up, Joan. Fucking waste up. At least with Jerry Adams, you know, like, that fella has led a war and has 100% killed people.
He is so
allegedly.
Charming. He's so charming.
He's funny on Twitter.
Is he?
Oh my god, you're not on Twitter.
No, is he funny? That's fucking
he is
amazing.
Hilarious. He says the craziest shit. Yeah, the deputy leader of that party is Mary Lou MacDonald.
She's amazing as well.
She's amazing, and everyone wants her to take over because she didn't kill people.
Yeah.
And Jerry Adams tweeted one day, sitting in the door and looking over, and Mary Lou is giving you the fuck off and leave the party eyes. He tweeted that.
No, he didn't.
I swear to God, look that shit up. It's funny as balls.
What a fucking legend.
Oh, it's so funny. And he looks like Pierce Brosnan now. So he see that they had the picture where he looked like Pierce Brosnan.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tweeted like straight away after that, didn't know Pierce Brosnan was so good looking. Like, can you imagine Enda Kenny doing that?
No, not at all.
I was walking around college the other day as well. Do you know that Deadlifts building with all the fucking computers?
Yeah.
Opened by Micheál Martin. TD for fucking Department of something. 1998.
Wow.
So he's a front bench Fianna Fáil fucking minister 18 years ago. And you're trying to say, oh, he's bringing about all this change. Man, you're doing the same thing 20 years.
There's been no big change.
You were there when the whole thing, the arse fell out of the entire country. You caused that shit. I would never vote for Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael. Until the day I die.
Will you be doing much more voting though?
No, I've never voted before. I will never vote, probably.
You're gonna run away and leave this country very soon.
Yeah, leaving the country and never to come back.
I will never ever in my life.
Yeah, I'm shouting some absolute cock.
You're shouting out of your arse, man.
Oh, I'm honest. But I remember someone was giving out to me for not voting before, and I was like just sick of listening to it. And I just go to him, look, I'm never going to vote in this illegal state. That I was like, until this country is united, I will never vote in this free state country. And they were like, alright.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I was like, I did not have that views at all, but I was like, fuck you, stop questioning me, cunt.
Also, a very impressive way of dodging that. Like,
oh, I got away with it so much, because you back up straight away and you're like, well, this fella's mental.
This guy's no rat.
Yeah, they back up quick and you're like, yeah, fucking wished up. Cunt.
So wait, are we cutting this now? Do you want to cut it in an hour? Like, what is there?
Oh yeah, 52 minutes.
What are we setting? Are we setting ourselves these limits?
We should probably set it around an hour. Yeah. Like 52 minutes, I think it's alright. Do you want anything to talk about today?
I don't really think so, to be honest.
Yeah, like, we didn't have much planned. I wanted to talk about that STO test, that was funny. You want to talk about your winning your money, that was funny.
Yeah, we chat a lot of shit in between.
We always do. Yeah, so we're going to upload... We just uploaded one in the background here. Uploaded 1.5 now as well, is that?
Yeah, that's going on.
That's coming now, and then this is 2. So what we're going to do as well, we're going to upload these to YouTube. Oh, sorry.
Well, they'll know. They'll be listening to it on YouTube, so...
Yeah, but we may as well let them know our thought process as we're going along.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Because, because that failed episode 2 was just us talking about plans that we're going to do.
Was it?
Yeah, so, like that could be good after episode 100. Looking back at what we were thinking at the time,
and how wildly different it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So so at the moment we've tried to put it up on a few forums, but they're not really working. So I think it's because like we're not going to pay for any because we're skint, and most of them don't let us have like ones this long. So we want about an hour long each episode. Yeah. So we're going to put them on YouTube. Every odd numbered episode is going to have a picture of me lying next to the sign on Jake's bed. Every even number is going to have Jake lying on his bed next to the sign.
Well, just the sign. It doesn't have to be my bed. As well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Move the sign.
We'll move the sign there. But it's going to be
that plan could fall apart so quick.
Yeah, but
they could see episode 3 like in suggested videos, and it might not even have the sign.
Yeah, as of episode 2 right now, that's what we're going to do. And every 0.5 episode we do, which is where we have a stupid idea that may fall apart. So we do an early sign out like we did last week. Yeah. It's going to be both of our faces and a sign.
And our plan as well is weekly, and it failed earlier this week because it just was a rough time, and like we screwed up that podcast and Clooney was skagged. So we'll go for, we're thinking
this
now today record.
This is a Wednesday night.
So we'll try and do it weekly, and we'll get one. Like it might be 10 days between them, but we'll get one each week, and see how it goes.
Keep an eye out each week.
I don't see it getting more regular than that. It might get to once or 2 weeks if we get real stressed out and shit. But it won't get any more regular than.
But even no matter how stressed out we should get, we should always be able to just like put an hour aside and have a little bit of banter, like.
Fair.
Because in fairness, it's not like this takes much
coffee,
effort.
Bit of jar.
We make a coffee. We had dinner a minute ago. We made some coffee. Cause here to chat shit.
Yeah, we chat shit anyway. So.
Yeah, we're gonna chat shit anyway. Like I should have been correcting those papers that have to be due in the morning. They're going to take me all night now. But fuck.
To be fair, the whole idea of this podcast came about because we chat shit anyway, and we thought we might as well just involve someone in it.
Yeah, like
get someone listening.
Like we spoke about this last year, but we were going to do it on the radio, and we still might do it on the radio because there's a.
Oh, they'll hear about that as it happens. We'll see.
Yeah, so we're moving on. But what I mean is, to me, I wanted to do it like even if no one listened to it, it's like having like a baby. You make something every week. So like episode 1, I listened to it a load of times because it was something we did. It's made. Yeah. It's something you have something to show for at the end of the week. Like the kind of stuff we do during the week, sitting there in physics, like it's so meaningless.
So we have something to show for it. I like that.
It's something we have at the end of the week, something that's just ours, we made, and we can put out there. Whether we put it out there and everyone thinks it's dog's arse. I thought the first episode was funny. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I listened to bits of it. I did enjoy it. I might listen back to this one now. Listen all the way through to this and see how this one is. Yeah,
because I have no idea how this went because like we're not really paying attention. Like we're just chatting shit. Like
I completely forgot this was going for a while.
So did I. Like if you think about the first episode as well, we had the laptop out and we're talking about we started googling shit now. Like we don't even have the laptop going now. We're literally sitting at the table with biscuits and just
biscuits, water. We had coffee and tea and shit. Yeah. It's just very informal. I like it.
So what else we have? Yeah, we're trying to do an intro sound as well.
Yeah, we might. I don't know if this one will have an intro sound, but
by episode 5 we'll have an intro sound.
Yeah, we'll set ourselves a limit. 4 or 5 we'll have an intro. I might get something recorded in the next couple of days. Yeah. So I have a cutesy idea, but you'll see about that.
Yeah. Right, so that's 56 minutes. I think we sign out.
Alright, sign our suckers.
Right, so we'll see you next time.
Hope you enjoyed.
Jerry. Good luck.